Well, I've been pointing out how astral energies and different types of energies as a healer. I'm practicing, all right? I'm learning more and more because my head was in those rabbit holes I've told you about. Promise you everything, give you nothing. You don't learn how to do miracles through the Christian church. You run under a specific, denoted energy that they want to put the masses under. It's like mass hypnosis or something. They get that many at least with a certain type, and this is my point, a certain type of ethereal energy. Like the pentagram has, 5 points, but it's not always for the devil. It's sometimes for like elemental magic, right? Like you got this much earth and this much air. And I'm talking about the like qualities, to water or to air, So you have the ethereal side. So these kooks that are bringing this type stuff on are using ethereal energy. And what I received a message while I was finishing up with some stuff I was doing about research. I found out, by the way, that Sir Francis Bacon, that kept the Great Seal for Queen Elizabeth I and was renowned throughout the order, the Rosicrucian order. I think he might help set it up. But Francis Bacon, was the top of it. I mean, he was at the top of the world one point, one of the most prestigious people in England. But anyway, I found out he was in my bloodline through Robert E. Lee, and I found out that all kinds of stuff like that. John Tyndale was the son of William Tyndale, who got killed for translating the Bible into English from the church. So what I'm trying to tell you a lot of stuff about it, it's really a high level, occult level, like these Illuminati stories, how people control the world. And well, ethereal energy has to be a certain frequency, like these frequency healers. That's what I'm doing these days, energy healing. I'm working on it. I got ailments myself. Don't think I don't. That's another thing. If you was in the medical business and put this type stuff on people, you could get wealthy, just leave them in a shape, you know what I'm saying? And then every time their ailments go on because of these frequencies that other operations are going on, this type of ethereal energy. And I've done caught them. Something goes on with these levels. You know how you have a celestial self, an earthen self, and a celestial and terrestrial in the good book it talks about? Well, there's certain things that just people's going to find out. So you put that in there that God said it and all that, and that's fine. But they're using that material. You said, how did God let that go on? Because they hid from you that there was an evil demiurge going on. See, they're not taking you to the right level, to just the most sovereign spirit. They've got things cutting you off and stuff like that. And this is what's going on. And they're raping those children through the Catholic Church, creating a certain type of ethereal energy. Yeah. Like if the witch wants to use a fiery type energy, they might, I don't know that they all do the same. I mean, you can use, cayenne pepper, and get a fiery type energy, right? Cayenne pepper, I put it in a bag, I have it on my side for part of a protection amulet bag, what do we call it, like a sacket or whatever we call it, So, I mean, there's different types of fiery energy, but they're using the ethereal, not the fire element. You see what I'm saying? There's different types. I mean, aggression is like a form, or passion. Like he hates you with a passion. Aggression is involved in it. So you can see two forms of fiery energy going on. So they're using that ethereal energy that they're creating through those rapes, because this terrestrial earthen self, you see, has a higher celestial self, a heavenly self, and these gods and these entities that aren't from this realm of existence are what you get in magic and voodoo, the demons and the gods and the devils, and a certain amount of power in the ethereal realm of things, in the spirit realm. And so they're creating types of energy. Here's my message today. Jesus, at least an image of him in the realm of spirit, for whatever reason, says to me, and he says, that's why the hate money thing. If you're in an astral warfare, like in the ancients, they had astral energies, ethereal side of things, and you might use the fire to bring this type of ethereal energy. You might use a term, an invocation. You might call on a god. You know what I'm saying? Different levels, all the way to those archons and daemons and things like that. And that's where I just read about Mary Magdalene. She was teaching, but she didn't get you up past, according to scholars and stuff, she didn't get you past the archons. So her lessons from Jesus didn't quite get her past she wasn't able to write down something that got past the archons. So whatever goes on there, I think I'm on to that. But in any case, Jesus was educated, but it says, that's why I hate money, because a wise man uses all his energy for one thing. And I don't mean a person just do one thing. You got several things you got to do today. But you see the focus point I'm making. And when this realm of energy stuff's going on, if your heart and soul is really given to Jesus' cause in the kingdom, then they might have a barrage of stuff up, but you can't beat that divine sacrifice no matter what anybody tells you. And there's a certain amount of your ethereal energy that they try to keep sucked out of you. They try to keep you, like the rabbit hole thing, getting into the good book, promise you everything, giving you nothing and all that by the time they're over. Oh, to you, it's everything. To them, they know what they gave you. So they get the ethereal energy involved, and these gods and all use it manipulate the world. Kind of like like playing board games, which one is your god? And the Romans, they had many gods, and so they still know all that in their books and who to consort with or whatever they do, working with this god or what have you. And then they send out this military through the astral realm, like voodoo, using spirits. And then they blind you to it with a government set up that's going through calling you schizophrenic and this telepathy stuff you're experiencing is psychosis and all. And they don't care if they wipe themselves out, because in the end, they got all these pretty much peasantry or whatever, ordinary commoner people that they're able to manipulate and work and control. Like they talk about these Illuminatis that control the world. They control that using this magic, all right? This magic that, like I say, you need to have all your energy focused on what you want to focus on. So don't love the money, hate the money. I get what I gotta have. Then I go back to peace, love, and joy. But righteousness, of course, I try to keep clean, things like that. But the money game is really eating up your share of ethereal energy when it could be used by the divine. You say the divine has plenty of energy, but a share of that is in you. And you have to be willing to put that back to who loved you first, you see. So you're taught to hate the money so that your ethereal energy is more useful in that realm for what's going on against the kingdom. Now, you see, you serve the kingdom. So you need to have your focus less on money. What you gotta have, you gotta have. You gotta do what you gotta do, but try not to have to do so much. And let your energy, while you zone, like no brainer, like the witch picture image where she flies around on the broom. She's ethereal energy accomplishing things as a psychic self, and she's got a no brainer going on, with the broom. So because of that, her ethereal energy is strong to be a powerful witch, because she's riding a broom. So that kind of thing, where you need to try to keep your energy overall as into the service to the divine that gave you a portion to use for itself in your walk towards this final destination, which I'm not going to say this kingdom of heaven now becomes just here. There's dimensions of, first I build my kingdoms in the sky, and then I bring them to the ground. There's a lot of ancient wisdom to that. That's an Asiatic statement, and peace to you, and peace profound.